Welcome back to our 2-Minute Tuesdays with Trish and Pastor Dave.
2 minute, two.
All right, today's question.
Okay.
Why do we have a Trinity?
Why do we have a Trinity instead of, okay, for those who don't know, Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, identity of God, way we talk about God, why mess with any of that? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Start your clock.
There you go.
To me, this whole thing revolves around the concept of love. You know, love is a relationship between two or more beings. You can have a thought of love inside yourself or a feeling of love inside yourself, but to actually love takes at least another person to love, if not more, right? So here's the question. Did love exist before we did? In other words, if God is just one, then there's no love in God because there was nobody else at the beginning of all things. And love only came into being when God made Adam and Eve. Therefore, God made Adam and Eve out of a lack or out of a need or out of an emptiness. There was emptiness and then there was love. And that really kind of morphs things into a weird spot where then love becomes something of filling an empty need. You know relationships don't work well that way.
Yeah.
It's a terrible pattern. That's not what happened. Instead, God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, in relationship with God's self in motion, there was already love pre-existing before we ever did. And when we were created, we became part of that pre-existing love that was full and whole and complete and perfect. And so we too are filled up by it. And when we love each other, we love each other out of wholeness and fullness as part of God's Spirit, as part of God's love, not out of emptiness and need. If there's no Trinity, there's none of that.
Gotcha.
So that's one reason, not the only reason to have a Trinity or describe things that way. There are 100, but use that one for now because it'll serve you in good stead.
Yeah, awesome. Well, if you have your own questions, send it to lightofthespirit.church on the forum, and we will see you next week for our next video.